We're back and we have a treat for you. Now I know you're used to the stern acting portrayed by cast members, but we'll see their goofy sides. First, we'll go over some bloopers of the Witchmans. Then we'll talk about funny moments during Season 1. Next, we'll let you know some of the best memes created during Season 2, some comedic on-screen moments between Jaskier and Geralt, and what to expect for Season 2 based on Season 1. Let's get things started with bloopers involving the Witchmans. Recently, a Witcher blooper reel was revealed to the public after fans voted for it. It started with Geralt swinging around a chain during an action-packed battle scene, and it didn't go as planned. Another scene follows where Cavill refers to himself as a greased pig in bed, but it would have sounded better if he instead called himself a sexy greased pig. The scene was later taken out, but fans loved that one. Fans had the option to either see a blooper reel or a Law of Surprise one. They did not regret choosing the blooper reel though, because it keeps getting better. One of the best moments was saved until the end, when Geralt is supposed to be deep in thought and Roach decides that's the perfect moment to use the restroom. This causes them to break character and reset for the scene. The blooper reel is only a minute long, but it's lengthy enough to catch Geralt smiling, which is rare. Aside from funny clips, there's also many scenes where the actors stumbled on their lines. Not to mention Henry Cavill has to put up with the fact he's always sweaty and seems to be without a shirt. The charismatic cast is always drawing in its viewers. It's like a low-key, more laid-back version of Game of Thrones, and that allows the comedic tone we see. The reel was a sweet glimpse into the energy between the cast behind the scenes. There was also a scene in Season 1 where Cavill is squatting next to a stream, and in the background his horse is revealing himself, but Henry doesn't notice. It wasn't until a cameraman said, "Henry, can I do that scene again because the horse is pooping in the background?" Cavill turned around and back with a big smile. Such an unexpected moment, but it was funny how it happened and went along with it. It was such a short blooper reel, so hopefully we'll see more in the future. Let us know what your favorite clips were and what other specific bloopers do you hope to see. Now let's reverse to Season 1's funny moments. The Witcher received a ton of attention for the first season and a number of wow moments regarding the fantasy world. Among the memorable storyline, there's plenty of laugh-out-loud moments. We're going to be sharing some of them with you now. From Geralt and his temper to Jaskier's comedic role. These hilarious moments are still talked about. Let's get into the humorous part of the dark world we know. First up in the episode, Torque and Witcher insult exchange. Geralt meets a half-goat, half-beast. Geralt is so puzzled he genuinely asks, "Did your mother have sex with a goat?" It was so straightforward to Geralt and took everyone by surprise. Like, did he really just say that? Well, that's the man we know. It was thought to be such an out-of-pocket question, and with his demeanor, it made the scene all the funnier. There's also another time where Geralt is attempting to get some rest, but his insomnia is so bad, he seeks out help from Jin. He wishes for sleep and gets granted, but now the thing keeping him up is Jaskier. Jaskier keeps Geralt up with non-stop conversation. In addition, there's a scene where Eric's stomach doesn't agree with him. Poor guy, he ends up having bowel movements at the wrong place and time. He was supposed to be a knight, but he was called on by Yennefer, so he struggled to fight his stomach pain. His confidence was completely destroyed, as well as his reputation now. Poor Ike, or should we say, yuck. Next up, let's go over the top 10 memes from Season 2. The first up is a picture of Ross from Friends in leather pants standing next to his son Ben, who's a blonde kid with a 90s bowl cut. The caption read, "I'm going to tell everyone this was Season 2. The next one is a picture of Jaskier singing about Geralt. It's titled, "The Diss Track to End All Diss Tracks." Next up is a photo of Bilbo Baggins holding a Witcher game disc instead of a ring, and he's saying, "After all, why not? Why shouldn't I replay it?" There are 3 Witcher games that have come out between 2016 and 2018. They've done well, and fans especially are obsessed with them the same way Bilbo was with the ring in Lord of the Rings. Another meme was a photo of Jaskier beside a picture of Puss from Puss in Boots. The meme also included a side-by-side picture of Elsa from Frozen and Kaer Morhen. Both pairs do share some resemblances, so that was a really funny one. There's also a picture of Ciri and Geralt both eating, and they're making the same face, and the caption reads like father, like daughter. Ever since Ciri took Geralt under his wing, she has picked up some of his habits, so it's cute. Speaking of Geralt and Ciri, there's a meme where Geralt is drawing on eyebrows for Ciri with makeup because if you look at before and after pictures when she met Geralt, she had no eyebrows. But when she meets Geralt, she suddenly has eyebrows. The next meme includes Leonardo DiCaprio, and the picture shows his eyes squinted and the title, Did Skra Talking to Humans? There's another picture of Leo more talkative and it's titled, Did Skra Talking to Owls? He seems real social when communicating to owls and more reserved when he talks to humans. There's a picture of Roach and Geralt at a dance, and Roach says he hasn't seen Geralt since the plague. This was true because due to COVID, the two actors weren't able to film and hadn't seen each other since then. The last top meme is a picture of Geralt, and it's titled Millennials, but it's just Geralt saying, I've lived through a whole dark age and 3 supposed end of days. Now let's talk about a funny scene between Jaskier and Geralt. Jaskier and Geralt are one of the most loved friendships in the show, and the funny scenes shared with them only make fans love them more. Jaskier had made a comment that Geralt smelled so bad, it's like death. Jaskier had joked that he smelled like onions, but what do you expect from a man that's a witcher and goes around slaying monsters? His slaughtering abilities have gained him quite the reputation around town. Jaskier keeps going on, coming up with different poetic jokes about the way Geralt smells. Geralt lets it run its course before interrupting him and saying, it's onion. If Jaskier was attempting to burst into song with all the comments, it was ruined with Geralt interrupting. Later on, the two are traveling and come across an inn. Jaskier even compliments a lady at the inn he's staying at. The lady he's complimenting has a long neck and he says, it's like a sexy goose. It gets even funnier when Geralt gives Jaskier a look like, dude, why would you say that? In addition to funny scenes between the two, Jaskier and Geralt are being held captive and positive Jaskier says, this is the part where we escape, which to Geralt replies, this is where they kill us. The two share many comedic scenes together where Jaskier gets into something or gets spooked out and goes running to Geralt. The two share many adventures together and the funny moments never cease. What other hilarious scenarios will we see with them in the future? What to expect for season 2 based off of season 1 on The Witcher? As you know, the second season aired mid-December and has its mix of horror, romance, and comedy. Both seasons are centered around worldly magic and the forces of good and evil, but it's hard to tell the good and bad apart. The new season is set to follow Geralt, who is still broken up over Yennefer's supposed death. He acts as Ciri's father, and she comes to meet everyone and starts her training. While acting as a surrogate father to Ciri, Geralt is also trying to shelter Ciri from the powers she possesses too. The season is so popular that it's ranked in Netflix's top 10 during the week of January 3rd through 9. If there's anything else you're aching to know about the new season, go ahead and check it out for yourself. It's streaming on Netflix right now, so go find out all your questions. There you have it, Witcher fans, all the funny moments between season 1 and 2. We went over bloopers and even funny moments from season 1. Then we saw the top 10 memes that were made from the show. Then to finish off, we discussed a few funny scenes from when Jaskier and Geralt went off on a trip together. Let us know your favorite moments were. Also, what was your favorite meme? Let us know what you liked and stay tuned for more from The Witcher.